Hey YouTube, Charles here from Breaking Bush Survival. Today I wanted to do a quick review on an item in my bug out bag that I believe is an essential item that everyone should have. There will be those that disagree with me, but that's okay. This item is a headlamp. It's a FENIX HP25. This is the box that came in here. I can show you the model number there. Okay, and this is the actual headlamp here. This headlamp is an awesome lamp. I did some research. There's a few competitors out there. Like I said, there's Princeton Tech. It's a pretty well-known one. Black Diamond. They make a spot model and they make a store model. And Petzl is also a pretty well-known item. And looking at the price range that I paid for this, about 40-50 bucks. In that same range, you're going to get about the same lumens. This is about 360 lumens. You're going to get about the same from the Black Diamond and the Petzl, etc. But what you won't get on those other models, which is what sold me on this model, is the dual headlamp function. Most of the headlamps have a single lamp that you can toggle through with the switch to change from far, near, in this case, spot or a wide beam. Now, for me, what sold me on this item was, once again, was the ability to have a flood or a spot. They're separate, or run both. On all the other items, you can toggle through from flood to spot, but you can't run both. In the event that you might need a wide flood beam to open up an area, but you also want to use your spot, you have the option to do so with this unit, not the others. That's what sold me. It's a really, really sturdy unit. I believe it comes with a 2-year warranty out of the box. Runs on AA batteries. This is your battery pack back here. You can kind of see it there. AA batteries. Pretty sturdy pack. Has the the top head strap and the 2 side straps. I like that setup because, one, I have a big head, and 2, it just gives you more support for the battery pack as well. You might need that. You really do. Like I said, great unit. I'll take it outside and do a walkthrough in a minute, but basically you have a few functions just like all the other headlamps. You have your flood. It has a reading lamp, which you can't even see in the camera, but when you're in the tent, it lights up the whole tent more than enough. Then you have your low, medium, and high setting on this also. The low, medium, and high setting, the high is actually called turbo, which is super duper bright. The higher you go up on the settings, of course, the faster your battery is going to drain. And then on the spotlight side, same thing. You have a low, medium, high, no turbo. This one has 4 settings. The reading lamp is the first one. This one is just low, medium, high. But the turbo is the same as the high on this one. Once again, it's an amazing light. It'll do a 100-yard throw easily. I mean, piece of cake. The thing just covers some serious ground. Runs pretty good. Battery life is pretty amazing. I think unlike the reading lamp, it's like 40 hours or something ridiculous. And then it goes down from there as you increase the intensity of the bulb. I'm sorry, of the light. Now, don't get me wrong. I keep lights too. I keep several Crees in my pack, and I keep a micro packer for the lantern, for the tent itself, and for the campsite. But this to me is just an essential. You're out there in the middle of the night. It's pitch black. You have no moonlight because there's too many trees covering you. You can't see your hand in front of your face. You throw this thing on. You head out into the woods. You can baton up some wood, chop down some logs, and have both hands free. When you have a flashlight like this, you're trying to hold the flashlight in one hand, chop in the other, put it in your mouth. And this is a great little light. Well, I'll do a review on this another time, but this is an awesome light for the price. But when you're trying to do some tasks, you need both hands. That's why this comes in handy. So once again, I'll go ahead and take you outside when the sun goes down, and I'll kind of show you a quick walkthrough of just how bright the light can be. All right. Okay, YouTube. Decided to do this part of the test in the garage because it's the darkest place I could find for the floodlight portion of it anyway. So right now I have the reading lamp setting on, which is like if you're in your tent and you're reading a map or you're looking at a book, or you can't really see how bright it is from where you are behind the camera lens. I can see, a lot more. I'll put my hand in front of the light so you can see how bright I see. This is what I see right here. I mean, it's really bright. I mean, I got like, I can see the veins in my hand. It's a really, really super bright light on the reading light, but not for being outside walking around the woods It's more for being inside the tent or just kind of sitting still. The next one up, the low setting. Okay, that's the low setting on the flood lamp. Pretty bright. Now for me, you can't tell, but looking inside the car, I can see the color of the interior, all the details of the car, and like as clear as day. There's an actual phone holder that's on the dash. You can't see here barely, but it's like white. I mean, you can see all the details. It's pretty bright. The entire garage is lit up from left to right. I can see, pretty much everything on the shelves. I can read most of the writing on the boxes, and that's on the low setting. And the next one up gets really, really, really bright. Now, if you look at the Range Rover lettering on the car, it's pretty much, it stands out. Everything is bright. It's almost like it's daytime in here. And we'll go up one more setting on the flood. Now, I believe this is called the turbo setting, which is a super bright setting. It burns lots of battery, but it's really, really bright. I mean, it's amazing how bright this thing is, pushing off of one lamp. But I'll kind of give you an idea, just kind of looking around with the camera. Close up, that's close up right there. It's really super clear, almost like daytime. Go ahead and pan you back over here. And that's back to the actual reading lamp, so I'll turn that off. Okay, so I migrated out to the backyard because I wanted to have some distance to show you the spotlight settings that I have on here. There's a low, medium, and high, and this thing throws some good distance. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the low setting and give you an idea of how it looks. I think the dog's out here somewhere in the dark. Yep, and there's the dog right there. Okay, so this is the low setting. You see the dog's kind of coming up to me here. And that's Rogue right there, Mr. Rogue. Hey, puppy. So on the low setting, looking across my backyard, which is about a 75-foot across backyard there. There's my shed across the other side. I'm on the far end of the actual backyard here, so you can see panning over that way. That's the dog from next door. Brightens up pretty much everything. Like I said, you can't really tell, but I can see the shed handles. I can see the lines on the shed. I can see pretty much everything. It's amazing how much this thing puts off. It really is. And that's just on the low setting. So we're going to pan over here for a better idea. So looking over here on the side of the house, you have like a dog house there, and just kind of, this thing just kind of gives you so much brightness on low. So we're going to go back over here and hit you one more time for the medium. The medium jumps you up pretty bright. Now you can totally make out the shed. You see it's right here. That's the whole shed there. Going across, there's a boat motor. Come on down, there's a dog down here somewhere, and there's the dog right there. Now he's so lit up. So once again, this light just rocks. If you're out in the bush and you're trying to find something, this is the light for you. And yet there's another step up after this one. I'm going to go ahead and pan over again this side. Give you an idea as far as how bright this thing really can get. And you're searching, really searching for something. It's amazing. So one more up. There we go. So at that mode, it's the super bright spot. This thing will do 100 yards easy. Now you can see the shed in its entirety now. Really make out what the boat looks like. That's the back side of the boat there. And the dog, I'll probably just go ahead and blind the dog. So right there, he's kind of squinting his eyes because it hurts so much. But this spotlight is amazing. It does amazing distances. It really does. And then you go on the next click, which is going to be off. And then you have another function with that spotlight, which is called the SOS function. And you press and hold the button for about 5 seconds, and then it starts to do what's called the SOS function. And you'll see it kind of flash. There we go. Great light. Like I said, it does all kinds of stuff. It does not have those red LEDs that most of the headlamps have, but I've never actually found a use for red LEDs to begin with, so for me it's not a loss. I'll take the dual lamps over the red LED lamp anytime. It's a great light. Go out and grab one. If you're bushcrafting, if you're survival, SHTF, bug out bag, it's a lot easier to have this thing on your head and have your hands free doing work than to try and put a flashlight in your mouth or under your armpit like I said before. And this thing lights up the sky, so it's worth the money to have it in your pack at all times, because at night it's dark. Thanks for watching, guys.